Everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much to my subscribers. Welcome newcomers. I hope you like what you see, and if so, be part of this journey with us. Thank you so much for your love, of course. Thank you for your beautiful comments, and thank you for your suggestions. Okay, so it's been a few days. I've been working on the set for the dining room, which is the cover of the chairs, and pretty much finished that tutorial. And now we're going to do the table runner to set it up. I apologize for my voice. I have a terrible cold, and thank God it's a cold and not COVID. I have been tested, and it's been negative, thank you, Jesus. But still, it's like so stuffing, and you know how it is. It's horrible. It's that time of year where the climate changes. So I'm going to be using the same colors as I did with the seat covers, and so it can all match up. And I'm going to use 3 flowers. That's the size I want for the dining room because it's a 6-seater, but you can use only 2 if you'd like, or you can go larger if you like. It's up to you. There's no right or wrong with this table runner, okay? So it's going to be the flowers, and the centerpiece will be the same thing, the triangle, like we did for the chairs, also for the people that followed me through there. I will leave the link below for the flowers if you want to use this flower, or you can go into my playlist. I have so many different 3D flowers there too. You might like something different. I don't know. I like this one because first it was just perfect for the chairs because it's not like a 3D that's going to be sticking out into people's backs, you know, or if you're using front and back. And it's a nice, you know, 3D, but it's thin. It's nice and flat. Okay, so this is a 6-ply. This is 80% cotton and 20% fibers. I'm going to be using a 3.5 hook, which I shouldn't. I should be using a 5.5 hook, which most probably that's what I'll do this time because it's a table runner. It's just, you know, smoother to go through. What else do I want to mention? So a small one for tucking in loose ends, a pair of scissors, of course, some pearls if you want to use some pearls for your flowers. And up top there's 3 little buttons on the right hand corner. You can click there to slow down the video to the speed you would like. Right next to the 3 little buttons, you should see the letter CC on there. If in case you do not see it, then open up the 3 little buttons, and when you do open it up, inside there of the page you open, it will be on there CC. That stands for closed caption. With that being said, everything that I will speak, it will be written down here, so it makes it easier for you to pause the video and take notes on the stitch that I'll be calling out. Always look ahead of the video before you create anything. Mistakes can be done, and you know, most of the time we can fix it on the spot. There's always maneuvers and ways to do it, little tricks to fix it, and instead of fogging it, taking everything down. Okay, so a big shout out to my girls. Thank you so much, girls. I love you guys so much. So Sab, big hugs to you, my dear. My both Bettys, Betty Senders and Betty, I can't remember the last name now. I just can't, I know I have my 2 Bettys on there anyway. You know who you are, Betty. And also Maggie, Love, Laugh, Life, one of the winners of the patterns also. Maggie, shout out to you. Charmaine, shout out to you, sweetheart. My 2 Karen Young, Karen Coffee, shout out to you. Nancy Strand, I hope everything is well with you, my dear. Shout out to you. Oh my goodness, the list just goes on and on and on. Thank you so much to every single one of you. To Miss Tone, shout out to you. Missy Seams, shout out to you also. Anyway, I send you lots of hugs, lots of love to every single one of you. And thank you again for all your beautiful comments and support. I am so grateful and blessed to have every single one of you in my channel. Little that I know that it was growing like this every day. I thank you so much, and thank God first and foremost in my life. Just for the fact of waking up every day it's already a blessing. Thank you, everyone. Let's get started. Okay, for the people that are creating these flowers, I mean, if you did the seed covers, then you had to do this flower if you were using it. But in case for new ones that are here, so I'm going to make the square on it so I can add to my other two squares that I'm doing. So we're going to use 6 of this flower for the table runner. That means 3 up top and 3 on this side. Okay, so I'm just going to build my last one here just to get it ready. So slip stitch knot and then single, and we're going up chain 2. My God, I feel so stuffed, it's horrible. And we're going to do the 3 double crochet, 2 chain, and 3 more double crochet. So I'm building the first corner here. Now I know that some of you still are beginners and not sure how to create the square out of flowers, so here's a way to teach you. So 2 chain separation, I'm going to come in where I have my 3 stitch chain here between these leaves, the green leaves, and I'm going to do 3 double crochet. Okay, and then 2 chain again. So I'm building my next corner. I'm coming in again to the other where I have my chain, my 3 chains here, and I'm building the other corner with the 2 groups of double crochet and 2 chain separation. Okay, so 2 chain, and again building the second corner, 2 chain, and coming in, building my side and do my 3 double crochets. So, okay, and then continue on. So now I'm going to build my corner. I'm going to do my 1 group here, and I'm going to build my last corner there. So I'll meet you at the corner here. Okay, so we finished doing the 4 corners, as you can see here. And now we are going to do the walk. I call it the walk. A lot of you know that. I'm going to go into the center of the square by doing the walk with the slip stitch and chain 3. I'm going to build my group here again on the corner, 1 chain. Okay, so once you have your both squares built in, I'm going to add it here. Actually, no, I'm going to add it once I finish this one because I want to end up at the edge over here so I can start my, instead of cutting the thread, if you know what I mean. So I'm going to do this one here. So we're going to build the 2 groups of 3 double crochet, 2 chain, coming into the next space, creating our 3, 2 chain, coming into the next one, and again into the corner, creating the group. Okay, let me just check here now. Okay, so this is perfect. So we do 1 chain. So on your 3rd one, just create 1 row. So when we come back around, we can start our table runner without cutting thread and re-putting thread. Okay, so we're going to come back to back, do single, and then create our 3 double crochet, one chain. I'm going to grab the back loop, single, come back into the next space. And also people, most of you, I'm sure, have a hot gun glue. I'm going to glue my little leaves onto the pattern afterwards like this, to have it stretched out like I did with the seat covers. Okay, so you create your 3 double crochet, 1 chain into the next space, come back in and create, whoops, I'm only using this hook here because I had done my flowers all with this hook, so I want them to be the same size. I'm most probably going to use a bigger hook now to do the centerpiece. Okay, so I'm coming into the corner now. Shouldn't be using a small hook at all. This should be the proper hook for it, but I didn't want too much space in my double crochets, so I am just stubborn that way. You know, it's like I never learned my lesson. So don't do as I do, do as I say, they usually say. So 1 chain, and I'm coming into my last corner here with single. Okay, now you're just gonna complete the rest of the circle, the square, all the way to the edge, and then I'll come back to you so we can start our table runner, remembering that you can go the size you would like on this. It's always by adding that triangle motif on the center. Okay, so this is how it's going to stay like. Okay, so I'll meet you here at the end. Okay, so I'm almost, well, I finished doing a corner. We'll get back to it. So now I'm just going to show you before I go any further. Since I have my squares built up, I'm just going to glue the little leaves. I'm going to straighten them out. You can get this little hot gun glue at your dollar store, Dollar Tree, or Michael's, but it's cheaper at the dollar store anyway. Why would you pay so much money for a glue gun, you know? There's no point. Anyway, so stretch out your, because you know, when you're stitching, they get all curved up underneath. So stretch them out. And then as we don't need to over flood it either with glue. So we're just gonna glue just a little bit so they can just stick together here nicely. So you would grab your hot gun and you just put a little bit. You don't, it does not take much of it, so we don't want to overfloat it. Just a little bit here like that on the edges. Just so it can stay in place. Okay, and that's about it. You just do it all the way around. Just very little piece here at the edge like that. Doesn't take much. And then just close it up like that. And while you're doing this one, you might as well do the other one also. I also would like to mention that it's not just the leaves were, because remember the flower is like coming apart like this. Not coming apart, but loose. So I'd like to put just a little bit here, okay? And then just get a bit of the edge there so it can stay nice and flat. It doesn't take much, just a little bit at the edge here of the double crochet on the flower. and at least we know that the flower is not going to move anywhere. It's going to stay nice and flat, even though it's a 3D, but it's a thin 3D. It's not like sticking out 3D. Just fix this little green leaf here and stay in place. So you don't need to put much glue, just a little bit. Just so I can have a good grip on it. Okay, and see, at least it's not like, it's not going to be like loosen up. It's nice and flat. Okay, everyone, so as far as it goes for the pearl, the same thing. You would put it on your whatever color of thread yarn you're using, your pearl, and then just, come across and just make it a few knots in the back. So bring your string to the back. And the same thing right across from it on this side. Okay. And then just make a few knots on it. 3, 4, whatever you think is secure enough. Just like that. Of course, I could have made my string a little bit longer, but I guess I tend to complicate things. Okay. So, because these are thick, this is thick yarn, thick thread, where I had changed colors, so we always have a little bit of that leftover thread. Just make sure that your glue, by the way, is transparent glue, because it's more efficacious for it to stick on, okay? And that's about it. So we're going to get started with the centerpiece. Okay, everyone. So pretty much we have closed in with the slip stitch. We're going to do the walk. I call it the walk with the slip stitch to the center here. Inside of the space, we're going to do 3 chain and 1 more double crochet. So this row is going to be only double crochets, no different than the seat covers. So this time we're doing 2 double crochet inside of that corner space and 1 per space inside of the space here. 1 double crochet, next space double crochet, okay, so 1 per space. Very simple to create. So this is the same motif as we have on the seat, the chair covers. Very simple. For some of you that haven't seen yet, if you go into my playlist, there's also the same motif but just different table runner with the same triangle, which is a table runner and a table runner. I'm sure you'll like that one too. So 1 per space. And when we're going to arrive here at the connection between squares, so we're going to do 1 in the center here, 1 in between here of the stitch, and 1 inside of this one here too, and then proceed, continue on. Okay, so we are going to do 2 rows of double crochet. We're going to come to the end and put 2 inside of the space here at the corner, exactly like we did here. And we're going to turn our work and continue on the other side with the double crochet. Okay, everyone, so I'm almost at the corner. Now I need to have an even number, the double crochet. So if I go all the way to the end by just doing one, I'll have 55, and I need to have 56. So I'm going to add one more here to have my right amount. So I'm going to put 2 on the last square here, okay? And it doesn't change nothing, and it's just perfect, just the same. I'll have my 56 double crochet, okay? If you want to add instead of the square here, you can add here on the corner, but I suggest here because it gives you more of a straight line than here. So I'm supposed to have now 56 double crochets. So now you turn your work. For me, it's chain 2. For you, it could be chain 3. And then just do double crochet again all the way to the end. So nothing to it. I'll meet you at the end of the row. Okay, so just continue your double crochet all the way to the end, and I'll meet you there. Okay, you guys, so we finished the second row of just double crochets, and now we're going into the third row. Now the third row, okay, chain 2 or 3 for some of you if your stitch is too tight. We're going to do 27 double crochets and then 1 chain separation, or for some of you 2 chain separation if your stitch is too tight, and then skip 2 double crochets and continue to proceed to do the 27 double crochets again. So basically whatever we're doing here on this side, we're going to do it on the other side. And I'll tell you what I mean once we finish doing these 27 double crochets. I'll be right with you. Now I just finished doing the 27 double crochets. I'm going to skip 2 spaces, and I'm going to do 1 chain, and I'm going to do my 27 double crochets again. So 1 chain, skip 1, 2 on the 3rd space. We're going to do the 27 double crochets again. So we're going to start to create our motif, our triangle here on the center. So we have to split it in half so we can balance the pattern out. Just like that. We're going to do the 27 double crochets also. And then we're going to turn around and we're going to do 25 double crochets. Okay, like that. Once you get here, continue and do 25 double crochets. Okay, everyone. So we did our row of 27, and now we're decreasing. So now we do 25. Next row 23. Next row 21. So we are decreasing on the double crochet, and we're going to increase on the triangle here on the squares. So now we're going to do 1 chain or 2 chains for some of you, come into the center. So we're not doing the first 2 and the other 2. Not the last 2, sorry. 3 double crochet, 1 chain, skip the first, go into the second, skip the first 2, and now we're going to do our 25 double crochet again. Okay, so do your 25, turn around, come back, and do your 23 double crochet, and I'll meet you on the next row on the 23 double crochet. Of course, we're always going to leave the first two out and these two out so we can create the triangles. We can start building the triangles up, okay? So I'll meet you on the next row. Okay, everyone, so 27, 25, 23. I'm going to do my one chain and create, skip the two double crochets here and create my 3 double crochets. So we're decreasing on the double crochet, increasing on the squares. Skip these two and do our 23, sorry, double crochet. Now next row will be 21 and so forth. So I'm going to do, I believe, until 9 squares. So now we have 1. This row has 2. This row has 3. Next row has 4. Next row has 5. I think I'm going to go to 9. You could always advance the video and see how many squares I have done. That will be the half of the triangle. Okay, so I'm going to advance mine. So you know you always have to jump the 2 double crochets here at the beginning. Do your 3 double crochets, 1 chain or 2 for some of you. Double crochet again, skip the other 2 and then continue on. I'll meet you halfway of the triangle coming down. Okay, everyone, so I did to 11 squares. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, and so you're going to have 2, 4, 6, 7 double crochets. Now it's up to you. You can go smaller on the triangle also. It doesn't make no difference. You can go to 9 squares only, 8 squares only. That means you're going to create more squares into your pattern for length. Okay, I decided to go with the 11. It's the same amount as the front of the chair covers. Okay, and now we are going to decrease on the double crochet. Increase on the double crochet and decrease on the squares. Okay, so we turned around. Now we're doing the double crochets. And we're going to add 2 double crochets inside of the square only. And we're going to do at the end the same way. Okay, so we're adding now the double crochets. So 2, 4, 6, 8, and 9. So we're increasing now on the double crochet and decreasing on the square. So now we're going to end up with 10 squares. Okay, so make sure you only put 2 double crochet, and coming to the end here, only 2 double crochet also, in order to have your what did I say was 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 double crochets on both sides. Okay, so I'm going to continue mine. The next row the same thing. I'm going to add 2, always adding 2 until the triangle cuts down, and then I'll meet you at when I have 1 left only. I'll meet you there, and then after this row we're going to do 1 row of just double crochet and then proceed again with the 1 square and continue to do another square up ahead. Okay, I don't know how many squares mine is going to take. Most probably it's going to take 3 squares, I think, for length, but I'll see as I go. Okay, you can do whatever length you like. That's why it's fun about this pattern. You can go the size you would like to have. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end of my square when I have 1 left. Okay, everyone, so pretty much done to one. I'm going to do 2 double crochets in here. So this row is only double crochets, and then the next row I restart my 1 square again to form my other triangle. Okay, so 2 inside of the square. I'll meet you on the other row. We're going to rebuild again the other triangle, doing this again. So we're going to be doing 27 double crochets here again. We're going to skip the 2 in the middle, do 1 chain, and then again skip the 2 here and continue on. Okay, so I'll meet you on the other side once I have my 27 double crochets done. Okay, everyone, so pretty much finished doing my 27 double crochets. It's no different than what we did here at the beginning. Then we're going to do 25, 23, 21, and so on until you build another triangle. Okay, so I have my 27, 1 chain. I'm going to skip these 2 and come into the third one and start creating my first block, my first little square, and do my 27 double crochets again. So this is how it's going to be for this square, the same way as we just finished building the first square. And like I said, you can go the length you like. I'm going to see my second square, my length, because don't forget, we still have the other piece. This is equivalent in mine because it's a 6 by 10 rows. So this is still going to go on this edge here. Okay, so we have to take that into consideration for the length of the table runner. Okay, so I'm going to create another triangle, and I'm going to put this in front to see if I have enough length. If not, I'm going to create a third one. I'll meet you at the end of my second or third triangle. No difference if you're creating 3 or 4 triangles. If your thread or yarn is thinner, all you have to do is just follow through. You can put maybe like a marker or something and follow through your rows. Okay. So I'll meet you at the end of mine so we can continue on, and then to add the squares at the edge also. Everyone, so I pretty much finished doing my center. I did 3 squares for my length of 6 chair table. And now I'm on my last one here, so I'm going to do all this row exactly like we did from the beginning, just double crochet. So I'm going to put 2 inside of here and continue doing the double crochets. Okay, go all the way to the end, and then I'll meet you on the next row. Okay, so this next row we have to add now the other side. So I'm going to do 1, 2 chain. I'm coming back with back, and I'm coming in to this one here. I'm going to go into the next one, and again I'm coming in to the next double crochet, and single. See if this works. If not, I'll do a slip stitch. Next space. So we have to keep adding them on. Next space. Into the center of the square. and then back down. Into the next space. Now let me see how this looks. No, I don't like it. It gives it, let's try a different way. Okay, so we'll leave that first one on. We'll come down and do the other double crochet. Let me try with a slip. See how this looks. Okay, let me just figure this out. Okay, everyone, so we're going to do a little bit different, just so we don't have like this big mark going across. So once you do your double crochet, come from the inside. Let's say this is the square one chain there, and do your double crochet, okay? And then come into the first one here and grab it from behind into the stitch, and again into the next one, grab it from behind or from the inside, okay, and then again. Unless you want to stitch yours on by grabbing front loop and back loop. I'm just going to do it this way because it doesn't look that bad. Okay. Inside of the square. Into the first stitch here. Into the next one. And so on, and just do it like that until the end. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so I pretty much came to the end. I'm going to go inside where I have this double crochet here, and I'm going to do 2 singles. So this whole row all the way around will be singles. On the next double crochet, again, 2 singles. So it's going to be singles all the way around, 2 per space, just like that, and I'll meet you at the end of the edge here. Okay, so I've done my edge with 2 singles per inside of the double crochet. I'm on my last one here. I'm coming in to the corner here of the square, and I'm doing a single per space. 1 in here, into the next one, into the corner. So that's 2, 3, and 4. Into the double crochet. So now it's just a repeat of the same thing, and what we just finished doing here we're going to do on the other side also. 1 in the space and continue on. We're going to do one inside of here. This is where the squares connect. One here in the middle and continue on. So basically we're only adding 4 singles only on the corners just so we can have the grip to turn afterwards, okay? So continue yours all the way around and I'll meet you at the end. Okay everyone, so I've reached the end. I've closed in my first single with a slip stitch. I'm going to do 1 chain and come back on the same one. So this was going to be again with singles. So this is 2, 3, 4, 5 singles. I'm going to do chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm going to skip 1, 2, 3, 4 on my 5th one. We're going to do 5 singles again. So this whole row all the way around will be the same way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chain. Skip again 1, 2, 3, 4 on the 5th one. Okay, so continue to do that way until we get to the corner, and I'll meet you at the corner. Okay, everyone, getting to the corner here, I want to do a loop right on the corner. So in order to do that, I'm only going to skip 4 here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm going to do chain 5, and on the very next one I'm going to do my single, okay, so we can have right on the corner, and then do again your 5 double crochet, 5 singles, sorry. And 5 chain and continue on. You're going to do the same thing on this corner. If you have to skip only 4, then you skip only 4 and not 5 to get it right on the corner, okay? And the other corner is the same thing. Okay, so we finished doing the 5. Now we're not going to skip 5 in order to meet up more or less on the other corner. So on both ends we're only going to skip 4, okay? 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm going to skip 1, 2, 3 on the fourth space, and then continue to do your 5 singles. Okay. One, two, three, 4, 5. And skip 1, 2, 3 on the fourth space. So do this until the end and see how it plays out. If we have to cheat a bit, then we'll cheat a bit again, the same thing, so we can put our edge right on the edge there, the little loop. Okay, so I had to cheat on this one here. Instead of all of them, I skipped 4. This one I skipped 5 in order to get right on the corner. So it's a little cheat here and there. And it does absolutely nothing changes to the pattern. So you do your 5 chains, and then into the next one you're single. And now we're on the side, so we're going to skip our 5 until the next corner. We're going to do the same thing if we have to with the cheat, okay? Either do skip 4 on the end or 5, okay? Okay, everyone, so I pretty much reached the end where I started, and I closed in with a slip stitch. This will be the last row. So we're going to do the single into the next one. No, sorry. We're going to do the walk with a slip stitch. Sorry about that. And then again into the second one. Okay. We're going to come in and do our double crochet. We're going to do 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're going to do the picot. And again, 5 more double crochets all in the same space. We're going to skip the first, the second, we're going into the third one with single and start again the same thing. Five double crochets and then 3 chain for the picot. Close it in with single and 5 more double crochets. Pattern's getting heavy, long and heavy. And again, skip 1, 2 on the third one, single. And this is what it looks like. So I'm pretty much done with this table runner. I want to thank every single one of you. Please don't forget to give a thumbs up. Once I do finish the other 4 chair covers, I will take another picture with all the chair covers on and the table runner, and then add it on to the videos, the thumbnails picture for the chair covers, so you can have a look at all the chair covers and the table runner. Thank you so much, everybody. I hope you enjoy this tutorial, and until next time, take care of each other and especially yourself. Bye-bye, everyone. Thank you. Sorry I had to come back. I almost forgot about the ribbon. You can use a ribbon, or you can, whatever color you're using, do chain stitch and just go through. This is optional. You don't have to, but you would put like a bobby pin, and you would just go through it as you wish. Whatever decoration that you would like it to have, this way or whatever way you want it. Okay, so just an idea for you, and I think it looks pretty lovely, and it will match the chairs and so on. Okay, thank you, everyone.